Hi guys, so this video is about how to explain the features of rivers for National 5 students. So the first feature I'm going to explain is a V-shaped valley. This question goes for approximately 4 marks in your exam. You want to lay it out in 3 diagrams. Use the full width of your answer booklet for the 3 diagrams. Diagram 1 looks like this. A flat landscape with a river in cross-section flowing out of the page at you. Diagram 2, the river has cut deeper into the landscape and is slowly eating into and wearing away the valley. And in diagram 3, we have a fully formed V-shaped valley with interlocking spurs. It's always good to label your diagrams. So the key thing I would label is that the land is eroded away, and that these are interlocking spurs of a V-shaped valley. Just before we get started on the actual answer, a top tip for yourselves is make sure that the V of your V-shaped valley is actually a V. Some of your handwriting makes it look like a U, and that's an entirely different feature in geography and can lead to confusion when marking your work. So for 4 marks at National 5, you want to keep it nice and straightforward. The first thing we need to say is that the river erodes vertically down through the land. This is 1 mark, and the mark is really rewarded to you for the use of this. The concept of vertical erosion down through the land. The second mark is scored for knowing that abrasion, when rocks carried in the water wears the land away, you'll get a mark for the correct definition of abrasion, fully developed into a sentence. Secondly, or for the 3rd mark I should say, but the second process is hydraulic action. When bubbles of gas are repeatedly forced into a crack in the rock, shatters it, and breaks the rock up. This is a 3rd mark for a full sentence definition of hydraulic action. And your 4th and final mark, there's a couple of ways of scoring it. One of the simplest ways is to say that the eroded material is carried away downstream. I prefer to say this and to add to it the interlocking spurs of the V-shaped valley are left behind. And that's your final mark. So to summarize again, we did V-shaped valley. It requires 3 diagrams. Your diagrams are best if they have some labeling. I like to label the really key features. The idea that the land is being eroded away, the fact that interlocking spurs form a V-shaped valley. Then keep it very structured, keep it really sentence based, bullet point based. The idea that in bullet point 1, the river erodes vertically down through the land, vertical erosion. Bullet point 2, we've got the concept of abrasion, and then a full definition of abrasion needed for that mark. Hydraulic action with a full definition. And then finally in this last sentence, some combination between the eroded material getting carried away and, I prefer this one, the interlocking spurs of the V-shaped valley being left behind. Categorically a mark in the last sentence there. That's 4 out of 4 and an A.